Hey guys, welcome back. This is Matt Kramer here, and I'm gonna read for you Mark chapter 2. Mark chapter 2 says, "And again, he, Jesus, entered into Capernaum after some days, and there was noise that he was in the house." Oh, this is a very pretty familiar verse for certain preachers, like Robert Gibson would preach it from his chapter. "And there was noise that he was in the house. Straightway many were gathered together, insomuch as there was no room to receive them. No, not so much as about the door. And he, Jesus, preached the word unto them. They came unto him, bringing one sick of palsy, which was born of four. I had to look that up. Actually, he was carried by four people. That's what it means. And when they had not come near unto him for the press, the mob, they uncovered the roof where he was, and when they had broken it up, they let down the bed wherein the sick of the palsy lay. When Jesus saw their faith, he said unto the sick of palsy, Son, thy sins are forgiven thee. There were certain of the scribes sitting there, and reasoning in their hearts, Why doth this man thus speak blasphemies? Who can forgive sins but God? But God only. Immediately, when Jesus perceived in his spirit that they so reasoned within themselves, he said unto them, Why reason ye these things in your hearts? Whether is it easier to say to the sick of the palsy, Thy sins be forgiven thee, or to say, Arise and take up thy bed and walk? But that ye may know that the Son of Man hath power on earth to forgive sins. He saith to the sick of palsy, I say unto thee, Arise and take up thy bed, and go thy way into thine house. And immediately he arose and took up the bed and went forth before them all, insomuch that they were all amazed and glorified God, saying, We never saw it on this fashion. He went forth again by the seaside, and all the multitude resorted unto him, and he taught them. As he passed by, he saw Levi, the son of Alphaeus, sitting at the seat of custom, and said unto him, Follow me. And he arose and followed him. Levi is another name for Matthew. And it came to pass that as Jesus sat at meat in his house, many publicans and sinners sat also together with Jesus and his disciples, for there were many, and they followed him. When the scribes and Pharisees saw him eat with the publicans and sinners, he said unto his disciples, How is it that he eateth and drinketh with publicans and sinners? When Jesus heard it, he saith unto them, They that are whole have no need of a physician, but they that are sick. I came not to call the righteous, but sinners unto repentance. The disciples of John and of the Pharisees used to fast, and they come and say unto him, Why do the disciples of John and of the Pharisees fast, but thy disciples fast not? Jesus said unto them, Can the children of the bridegroom or bride chamber fast while the bridegroom is with them? As long as they have the bridegroom with them, they cannot fast. But the days will come when the bridegroom shall be taken away from them, and then shall they fast in those days. No man also seweth a piece of new cloth on an old garment, else the new piece that filled it up taketh away from the old, and the rent is made worse. No man putteth new wine into old bottles, else the new wine doth burst the bottles, and the new wine is spilled, and the bottles will be marred. But new wine must be put into new bottles. It came to pass that he went through the cornfields on the Sabbath day, and his disciples began, as they went, to pluck the ears of corn. The Pharisees said unto him, Behold, why do they on the Sabbath day that which is not lawful? He said unto them, Jesus, have ye not read what David did when he had need, and was hungry, he and they that were with him? David and his friends, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, how he went into the house of God in the days of Abiathar the high priest, did eat the showbread, which is not lawful to eat, but for the priests, and gave also to them which were with him. And he said unto them, the Sabbath was made for man, and not for man for the Sabbath. Therefore the Son of Man is Lord of the Sabbath. Okay. So that's chapter 2 of the Gospel of Mark. And there will be further readings to come, so stay tuned.